I'm your host, Logan23. Joining me for The Mermaids and the Vampires Who Love Them, Chapter 6. You wake to the stench of 1,000 perfumes and groan. Why is the sun so bright? You sit too fast and hit your head on the ceiling. Ouch, you put the ceiling there. Are you okay, Waverly? It sounds like Pickles is below you. My bed is flying. It's a bunk bed. One bed on top of the other. Beds don't fly. Normally. Peer over the edge and clutch the rail. It's a long way to the floor. How do I get down? Shelly Sharkweather comes out of a steamy bathroom in a short, fluffy towel. A grin spreads across her face as she absorbs her predicament. Pickles' head pops over the edge of your bed. Good morning, Waverly. Just climb down this ladder. Poor thing, you're so pale. You better take the bottom bunk from now on. Pickles' face shines with sincerity, but Shelly is smirking at you as they await your answer. Decide not to show weakness in front of the bully. That's nice of you, Pickles, but I'll be fine. Not likely. Oh, shut the... You smile sunnily at her. Are you kidding? This is the least terrifying thing that's happened to me in days. Clamps sweaty palms on the top rung of the ladder and clamber down. You're breathing a sigh of relief when your left foot comes into contact with the discarded pink miniskirt. Shelly glares at you. I'm glad she doesn't have a wand of lightning. If she did, I'd be nothing but ash. Once everyone is ready, you walk down to the beach for the elemental art and design. Shelly peels off halfway there without explanation, even though you're pretty sure she has this class with you. Now where's she going? Where you think to ask others, the beach catches your eye. It appears to have been ravaged by fire-breathing dragons. There are scorch marks everywhere. Strands of tangled seaweed choke the sand. The palm tree has burned down to a stump. It looks and smells like a battlefield, or how I imagine one would be. Isn't it amazing? Lilybell grabs your hand and yanks you the rest of the way down the trail. Never keep a goddess waiting if you want to keep all your limbs. Okay, we've never met her before. I heard that. Gaia stands in front of a huge boulder a few feet offshore. A dozen students sit cross-legged on blankets facing her. She looks familiar. Her face reminds me of someone, but I can't place who it is. Fintan is smoking out of his ears. Pickles is next to him in a simple blue dress. Thunder, the only werewolf in the group, towers over everyone, even sitting down. Cupid isn't here, and I still don't know where Shelly went. Weird. Well, they're probably going somewhere in the forest, so... It is Cupid and Shelly, after all. Pierce, in a group with a few other plaid-shirted vampires, turns to look at you. Why is the sun not frying this man to a crisp? Your stomach drops and he smirks. This mind-reading thing is not funny. Luckily, the end of the 24-hour time period is getting close. Soon I'll be able to think about how I will get back at him when he least expects it. You're thinking that and he knows it now! You're an idiot! Pierce laughs out loud. Just wait. Never mess with a mermaid on a mission. Would you like to share, Mr. Night Guard? As the mouth snaps closed as he sits straight eyes focused on her. Whatever the goddess magic is, I need to learn it. Please, sit everyone. Pickles shoves over and pats the open spot of sand between her and Pierce. What happened at the beach? And why do I think you're responsible? Watch it, Night Guard. Next time, I'll let the sharks eat you. Gaia begins her lecture, primarily about becoming one with the universe. You sneak a peek at your fellow students, they all look so peaceful. Whenever I try to quiet my thoughts, my brain goes into turbo swim. Just another class for me to embarrass myself in, I guess. Now, you're probably wondering why today's class is at the shore. The lesson today is in honor of the newest member of the Saltwater Academy family. All eyes turn towards you. I'd best grin nervously and offer a tiny wave. Stand up and take a theatrical bow. A tiny wave. I wish I could bury myself in the sand. Bad enough being new without making all these big entrances. Pickles bumps your shoulder and smiles, and Pierce even looks a little sympathetic. You manage to squeak out your name and then hunch over to get the spotlight off of you. Now that you all have achieved enlightenment, we can proceed with the lesson. I don't want enlightenment. Already have been enlightened enough today. Guy raises gracefully and glides among the students. Today, we put away our canvases and pastels to concentrate on the beauty that can be achieved with one of my finest creations. Sand. Sand is a piece of shit. And it's not one of your finest creations, it's a piece of shit. It's sand. The class murmurs, confused. You, my budding artist, will learn to manipulate sand into a temporary form, soon taken by the waves. I can't handle this. It's just... I am not in the mood for your shit today. This happy, hippie bullshit. It is an appreciation of the very ephemeral nature of your creations. That you all shall begin to understand my genius in creating a planet always in search of balance. I have absolutely no idea what this means, but if I had to guess, I'd say the goddess wants us to build sand castles. Pretty much. Because we are still on our figure drawing unit, today you'll be sculpting this idealized human form. Look, guys, it's Chippendale's dancer. Jesus God. Godly form. At some point, Cupid has arranged himself on top of a boulder. He's lying on his side, his golden head propped up in his hand, and he wears nothing but a bow tie and a swath of seaweed. Oh, this should be interesting. I'm completely out of my element. I've never taken a sculpting class in my life. If only there was a swim class at Saltwater Academy, I'd totally kill that. Gaia drops to her knees, murmuring as if she's talking to the sand. Never mind me shivering on this rock, you old primordial. Cupid rearranges his seaweed. Take your time communing with sand. Stupid substance, if you ask me. Always gets you in your sandwiches, certain body parts. Okay, so me and Cupid could get along. Guy is still conversing with the sand and doesn't seem to be listening to the love god. I have a feeling if she could hear Cupid, he would end up like those burnt trees on the beach. Cupid laughs. Don't look so worried, Waverly. She can't hear anything when she's in her trance. Gaia gazes at the sky and throws out her arms. The earth rumbles and the wet sand in front of you burbles and roils, growing and twisting. When the sand settles and the noise stops, there's a block as big as a boulder in front of each student with a bucket full of metal tools beside it. Class, although today's lesson is quite advanced, I have no doubt each of you will be able to create a sculpture you could be proud of. Is it me, or I would just sculpt a penis? Oh, God. Oh, my God. We're all going to hell, folks. Let's go together. Come on. Oh, I'm in a mood today. Sand is one of the kinder materials. In your buckets you will find a shovel, trowel, spatula, pick, files, and rake with which to create your art. She holds up each item she lists. Remember, the image already exists within the blocks before you. Your job is to find that image. Now, if Eros will please remove his bow tie, we can begin. What? I kinda like the bow tie. It's Cupid, and I think the bow tie will make me look fetching. You lean over to Pickles. Why doesn't he like Eros? He says it sounds like the name of a fat, winged baby god. Not a macho specimen of godly perfection whose very gaze ignites red-hot passion, or something like that. I guess he has no self-esteem issues then. Guy and Cupid bicker for a few minutes about the artistic essence of a bow tie. The guy finally gives in. Alright, class, proceed. Pick up the trowel and begin shaving off the sand. I'm listening as hard as I can, Sand. How about a little help here? I will sculpt. Cupid is a love god in all his sexy glory. Cupid is a spoiled brat, all arrogance and mischief. Cupid, as he lies before me, is realistic as you can imagine. Sure, why not? Have you ever sculpted anything before? I shouldn't try to get fancy. Rough out a reclining humanoid shape with a surprising ease. This isn't so bad. Of course it isn't. You're looking at me, after all. Oh, you cocky... Of course. Could it be worse? Make a point of not looking over at peers. You take a step back to survey your work. Getting there. Around you, the other students are also progressing, although not necessarily in the same directions. Pickles is surrounded by a cloud of sparkling, multicolored sand. Her statue seems to be having cohesion problems. Pierce is painstakingly adding devil horns to his somewhat unflattering version. Suddenly Gaia takes off running to the other side of the semicircle. Fintan has melted his sand into molten glass, and the smoke is steaming out of his ears and mouth. Poor Fintan. He doesn't mean to melt stuff or burn things. I'm so sorry. Why does he smoke? No one knows. He doesn't even know what he is. He's definitely supernatural, but he grew up in foster care. He kept getting moved around because he'd always start fires. He didn't do it on purpose, but no one believed him. Poor Fintan. He seems like such a sweetheart, too. How? Okay, so hold on. We're talking about a supernatural entity, and no one has a goddamn clue what the hell he is? Really? And this is supposed to be a school of where you know what everyone... What? Whatever. With one wave of her arm, the goddess extinguishes the fire and freezes Fintan's molten glass sculpture. Maybe I'll get extra credit for incorporating two mediums. Gaia doesn't look like she's in an extra credit-giving mood. Yeah, you know, he ruined her... My finest perfection! Which is sad. Pickles turns to comfort Fintan, and you focus on replicating Cupid's belly button. It's a fucking hole. Out of the corner of your eye, you see Pierce scowling at you. What's his problem now? I should set down my trowel and wander over to examine the sculpture, lovingly smooth the sand along the statue's pecs with my... You know what? We're doing it! To be fair, Cupid's chest is perfectly defined and gorgeous, and deserves a decent rendering. Funny, as flirty as he is, he hasn't actually made anything like a move on me. I wonder if he's single. Pierce turns back to his own statue, muttering under his breath. That should have gotten a rise out of the vampire, but it didn't. Looks like the mind reading has worn off. You're poking through the bucket of tools, looking for something with a right shape. When Pickles, galaxies of colored sand swirl off over the ocean. This draws your attention to a small motorboat heading into the shore. Halt! The sand stops its shenanigans and zips back to her mound, shifting down into utter chaos. Your sculpture looks like the inside of a whale's belly. Pickle exhales really loudly. The boat comes closer, and you count 2 figures in it. As they approach, you can make out that one of them is Shelley, and the other is an older merman. A boat. I was kidding about her being a landbound earlier, but maybe I hit on something. It slides up on the sand. Shelley and the merman step out. Hi everyone! Sorry I missed class today. Glorious goddess Gaia, but my dad here will write me a note. You brought your dad to this? Okay. Every goddamn time I see this man. He's literally the guy. He's a movie star. He appears on television, shit like that. Mr. Sharkweather. Alright, let's go with a voice on this guy, okay? Let's go with something a little, ridiculous. I feel like almost going southern because the hat. You know what? That's what. We're doing it. I never get to use this voice, and by God, we're doing it. I sure will. And may I say, you're an absolute vision, your goddessness. He kisses her hand, which leaves mud on his mouth, but he refrains from wiping it off. Probably doesn't want to offend Gaia. Smart. Thank you, Mr. Sharkweather. Her pinched expression and the increase in mud drippage suggests she really means, can you leave already and let me teach my class? Anyway, I'm super sorry I missed out on this amazing activity today, but I have huge news. My dad and I are inviting all of you to a party next Friday, a week from today. We have had Master Crumpet's permission to reverse the spell for one night. Classmates clap and cheer. And here's the best part. It's on my family's new yacht. She points to a larger boat bobbing in the bay, not far off the shore. Painted in blue letters on the side of the white hull are the words Avalon's Dream. We sail from the dock at 7 sharp, so don't be late. Shelley directs her final remark at Pierce, who does not respond. People, let's focus on what's important. Cupid gestures impatiently to himself. Thank you, Mr. Sharkweather, Miss Sharkweather. Alright, students, as much as I hate to admit it, Cupid is right back to work. Shelley hugs her father farewell and sashes over to Pierce. Nice sculpture. She bounces over, scowls at your effort, and spots Pickles' multicolored situation. Too bad about yours, Pickles. Clench your hands in the sand in rage. Why do you give a shit what a bully thinks? Why? Why? This is like first grade bullshit. She can trash talk Mel she wants, but Pickles can't defend herself. She needs help. Your anger makes you feel almost dizzy when Gaia appears at your side and tugs urgently on your rigid arm. Miss Fishwater, control your art. Huh? Your Cupid has come to life. He stands before you on solid sandy legs as if awaiting an order. I must tell it what to do. Stay back and examine it. Raise my hands in bafflement. I'm sorry, Glorious Gaia. I've never had anything like this happen before. You have some fairy blood, don't you? We should get you into an intro into magic next semester. That might reduce some of the incidents. Gaia glances at the charred stump on the palm tree. Yes, Glorious Gaia. The golem stands still, apparently inert. Pierce stares long and hard at your creation, then grins. I already knew you were amazing, Waverly. But you are truly magic. Bringing golems to life, wow. It would be nice to think I have some cool and non-embarrassing ability from my fairy heritage. Like it's any big deal. Did you invent him so you could have a date for my party? Because he's so not invited. The golem turns his vacant stare at Shelley and cocks its head. What are you looking at, Sandman? Why don't you go do something useful and disintegrate? The golem appears to think for a moment, then reaches for Shelly with a massive hand. Shelly screams and sprints for the water, the golem at her heels. Mr. Sharkwater runs after his daughter. Head for the yacht! I can't. Every time I see this guy, and especially the cowboy shit. Oh my god. Today, man. Ooh, shit. I'm gonna have fun with this book. This book is fun. Keep your composure. Come on, keep going. Come on. Come on. Head for the... I can't do it. Oh god. His face. Hold on if I block it. Head for the yacht, honey. I'll meet you there. There turns to Gaia. Oh god damn it, make it stop. I don't know what you're teaching these kids here, but I don't like it. A headmaster will be hearing about this. Shelly disappears beneath the waves. Her father jumps in the boat and guns the engine. The golem turns back to face the class. It wears a look of utter shock as it dissolves into the sea. No! After all my hard work. Pierce is still grinning. Why do you look so happy, Night Guard? I just remembered today's lesson. Make something ephemeral. You get an A+ for effort. I really want to toss him in the down. Toss him down the coast like those dumb sharks. Like, I'm having a lot of fun with this book. I'm not gonna lie. What do you guys think? Did you guys have a laugh, some fun, whatnot? So remember, like, comment, share, subscribe. Head down description below, links to social media, our Discord, and a few links to support me and my content. Also remember that we've already done The Silent Twin. I'm enjoying the shit out of that book. That one I have to take completely serious because it is really good. Kiss, All the Wrong Reasons, and Inject Me Sweetly came out with a new chapter today. Those are up on my channel as well. And without further ado, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.